Hey everybody, so I took a quick trip to Arizona to kick off the trout season, and you can see that I went to the White Mountains, which I pretty much go there once a year these days, and I thought I'd release this video before the next Christmas Island one just to give you guys a break. So this area is the West Fork of the Black River, which I've been here maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it's a beautiful area as you can see from this bridge. So this is the fish barrier which separates the native Apache trout from the browns, and anything upstream is just native Apache trout, and anything downstream could be a combination of browns and potentially Apache trout. I decided to start by going downstream first, and you can't fish within about 1/3 of a mile downstream, so you have to walk a little bit before you get to fishable water. So this actually is an Apache trout, which I was very surprised to catch, but it does make sense that fish do swim downstream. So this was pretty much the beginning of the end for this area. I just started losing every single fish, and I don't know if this was just a hangover effect from Christmas Island where I was using giant barbs on my hooks and going barbless here, but I didn't actually film any more fish being caught. I did catch 1 or 2 more, but the camera just happened to be off. Seriously, I really did. I did fish the native section and had 1 strike, but it looked pretty dead up there. Maybe I just didn't walk far enough from the parking lot. Anyway, so I decided to head back to, or at least check into my cabin, and you'll probably recognize this is the X Diamond Ranch, which is a great place for glamping. So this is the Little Colorado River, and it's literally steps away from your cabin. It's a private area, which I know there's pluses and minuses, but the advantages for this area is I was the only one on the river that day. This one actually was a pretty big one from what I saw, but as you can see, my mojo still hasn't returned yet. So you might have noticed the river's actually a little bit off color, and I wouldn't say it's blown out, but it's definitely flowing a lot more than the last 2 years. And I tried different techniques. I started out with just a nymph under an indicator, and that seemed to work in this one hole, but later on it actually stopped working, so I did have to change it up. I tried different depths and even went to a dry drop eventually, which you'll see. This is my first fish actually in a while, so I was pretty stoked about it. Even though this guy was a stalker, I always love it when rainbow trout jump like that. So around this time, I started noticing the fish weren't taking my nymph anymore, and in this video you can see the fish come up and take a hard look at my bobber. The next fishing hole, they actually swallowed my bobber, like full on took it underwater. So I switched to a dry dropper, and first cast, you can see here that I got some action immediately. Unfortunately, after I made this discovery, it started raining and I heard some thunder, so I decided to head back to my cabin. It actually started raining pretty hard for maybe 2 hours. After the rain, instead of going back out to the Little Colorado by the cabins, I decided to go up to Sheep's Crossing, which ended up being a mistake. The creek there was probably a little muddy and blown out from the rains. So in the end, not a very fish-heavy trip, but it's always fun to get out and head up to the high country. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.